There's my boy Virgil. He wants to ask y'all to do something.
Press the subscribe button and the notifications bell right below this video.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, folks. Please subscribe, like, and share. Well, hello, everyone. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Welcome to my channel. Another wonderful day. Oh. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's had a dilemma for a few days, but he finally got it worked out. And I asked him, I said, how long do you plan on living in the Philippines? Or he'd been here quite a while. And I said, I asked him, I said, I hate to be personal, but how many pensions have you got? He said, I've just got Social Security. I said, well, why do you still have your banking in the U.S.? And he said, I just personally like it. And I said, well, you still like it? And he said, not really. He said, making contact with my bank was a nightmare. I said, really? He said, yeah. He said, I had no funds. And even though should have. He said, you only got Social Security as an income. He said, yeah. I said, well, you know, there's a lot of people out there that have personal preferences. But logic dictates a lot. I said, we're not getting any younger. And you know, with the time difference between here and the States, contacting your bank sometimes can be a problem. May I make a suggestion? He said, sure. I said, why don't you open up an account here in the Philippines and have direct deposit? His response was, oh, can you do that? I said, yeah. I've almost 13 years, that's what I've done. I said, I have had zero issues. I said, everybody has their preference who they want to do banking with here in the Philippines. And I suggest, you know, if you got other friends, ask them who they do, if they do banking here in the Philippines, and what their response is. So I can't say anything negative with the bank I use. I like it because when Grace and I travel around and so forth, we got full access to everything. We don't have to go back to the bank, cut down, and we open our account with. And I said, they've got many branches all across the Philippines. I said, we've been numerous islands. We've always been able to access our money with no issues and do over the counter. He said, well, maybe I should do that. I said, well, it cuts the hassle, especially if you don't have anybody can freely work with your bank for you in the States. Like in my case, you know, my kids are busy. That's the only ones I would actually trust. To have control over my banking and so forth. You know, can't make direct access to the bank during an emergency, you got a problem. At least here, you know, the only drawback it really is you have to go in to get your money. You know, from the account that will direct deposit account. Here they have a tendency to call it a pension account. So if you happen to be interested in doing that, it is for them to know what you're talking about. Ask for a pension account, which is still $1 account. And another thing too, the bank I use is BPI, and I don't have to keep $1 in that account. So I go in one time a month, sign my little form, transfer all my dollars into pesos, and deposit into a peso account with a debit card. Keep out what pesos I need for immediate use for maybe sale for a week, and it works out great for us. And there's no hassle. That's the key. I tried the keeping a home bank for I think either 6 or 8 months when I first come here, and it was such a hassle. But each to their own. Now, if you have multiple incomes and so forth, I can understand that. And if you still have properties and so forth in the States, I can understand that. But if your sole source of income is just Social Security, and and you don't have anything to secure anything in the States, it only makes sense to do your banking here. It cuts out a lot of hassle. For those that got investments and so forth, I understand your thoughts. I'd probably be the same way. No, that's something that I thought about. I might ought to touch base again on was sole income is just Social Security. It just don't make sense to put yourself through a lot of stress over being able to access your money, especially usually if you're on Social Security only. You live basically month to month, and you need your money quickly. Sometimes it's different between having a meal or not. So that's what I wanted to bring this up. I know I'm deep into this. I seen where there was a group of people calling Social Security welfare, and it really disturbed me. Social Security is not welfare. No, if you work, you pay into it, and so does your employer. How does that make it welfare? It really, there's a few things in life that stirs me. That when you call Social Security welfare, you don't have a clue. To me, that tells me that group has figured out a way not to pay into the system, and they view it as it's a handout. It is not a handout. It's paid for by the working people and their employers. And it's sad that people would have that kind of attitude. I usually don't get stressed on things, but that will make me stress. When you call something that is actually paid for by the people, it's not a government handout. That's my rant. Well, folks, I enjoy everybody that stayed on board here. And if you don't mind, please subscribe, like, share. Everybody take care now.